Got it.
All right. Welcome everybody to another episode of Rockin' with Rahul.
Wait,
Amigos.
okay,
Wait,
now you'll be on.
What's going on, Rahul?
Okay, Bagel, you want to start it off?
Hold on. Sorry, we have to all press got it.
Yeah, I just did.
So did
Okay.
I.
All right, we're good. William, are you in here?
Yes.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Rockin' with Rahul and the Two Amigos. We have a very special guest today. His name is Charles McGrother. He went to Cabrini University, and he's from Willow Grove and graduated from Montco. We got a couple questions for you. William, you want to start us off?
What college did you go to?
I went to Montco from 93 to 97, and I went to Cabrini College from 97 to 2001. Did you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Did I answer your question?
Yeah. And yeah. Yes, you did. And what was your major?
Math.
Uh.
I graduated with a 4.0 from both schools in math.
Yeah. A lot of people call it mathematics today for a major.
Mathematics. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All that stuff. Calculus, differential equations, statistics.
And
you name it.
Accounting.
No, not accounting. That's a different.
Oh, okay.
That's business. The mathematics I studied was for science and engineering.
Okay.
After college, what jobs did you have?
Well, I started my apprenticeship as a sprinkler fitter in January of 1983, and I got my. I became a journeyman sprinkler fitter in January of 1986. There should be 4 years in there. It probably was 1982 I started. And I was a sprinkler fitter as an apprentice for 4 years. And then after that, I became a journeyman. And I was working full time while I went to both schools. In fact, here's a little story. When I went up to sign up for Montco, I decided on my way that I wanted to go back to school. I wanted to go to college. I got my daughter, Caitlin, who was only about 8 or 9 at the time. And I told her, I brought her with me. And she's saying, why are you bringing me with you, Daddy? Why are you bringing me with you? I said, because I want you to know that there are big ladies that go to college too, not just men. And she just looked at me and, she still didn't believe me, but anyhow, go ahead.
Why did you want to go back to college?
Because I felt like there was some work left undone. I wanted to go to college. I've always wanted to go to college. In fact, I got nominated for West Point when I was a senior. So I've always wanted to go to school, and I always did well in school. It's just that in 1982, I started my career, and then when I went back to school, I did that while I was working full time. Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah. How did you get involved with Montco Radio?
All right. When I turned 60, I decided that I was going back to school, going back to Montco for 3 reasons. I wanted to learn something. I wanted to meet new people, meet friends, and I wanted to get on the radio. The day that I was at Montco, there was a meeting, Montco radio meeting, that I went to. And during that meeting, they asked me if I wanted to have my own show. And I said, yeah. And I filled out the sheet of the whole thing, named it Charlie's Classics, told them the kind of music I was going to play. And that's what I've been doing for the last 4 years. Is that all right, Rahul?
Yeah. William, do you want to ask the next couple of questions?
Yeah. Well, how did you get involved with Montco Radio?
I got involved with Montco Radio because I went back to school at 60. I was looking for friends to learn something and to get on the radio. The day that I was there was a Monco radio meeting. I went to the meeting. I asked if I could have a show. I had to fill out the sheet like everybody does. Told them my name, the name of the show, and the kind of music I was going to play.
That's good.
And I got the show.
What was the name of your show?
Charlie's
The radio.
Classics.
Oh, okay, that's good.
And it's Monday night from 5 to 10 p.m. playing the greatest music you'll ever want to hear.
Nice.
When is it from again?
Say that again, Basil.
What time is the show?
From 5 to 10 p.m. on Monday evenings.
Damn, that's a 5-hour show right there.
Yes. It
That's
is.
awesome.
Yeah.
What
And
do
at
you-
8 o'clock, I play an album at 8 and play an album in there around the music that I'm playing. So I try to make it all work together.
Do you do it on campus or on your laptop?
I do it in the studio.
Oh,
I used to do the shows on my laptop back when we had to, and back when I broke my ankle last year. But as soon as I could, I came back to the studio because there's nothing like it.
Did what kind of music do you play in your show?
Okay,
And do you have any callers calling on your show?
not yet. I haven't quite got to that point yet. I play anything from psychedelic music to progressive rock to singer-songwriter to hard rock. And in there you have the Beatles, the Stones, Led Zeppelin, and all the other great bands. I play one song every night. Each Monday, I play only one song from each band. So there's like 60 some bands that perform on my show. And this is all from my personal library. So I keep sending to Amazon, unless I could get to go to a used record store. But I'm getting out of what you're talking about. Go ahead.
What is your favorite sports team
The Phillies and the Flyers.
in the Flyers?
I'm not a big Eagles fan. I haven't been for a while. I used to be a diehard football fan. I coached, I played, I coached, went to clinics, did all that kind of stuff. But it has worn thin on me now. It's not the same kind of football, so it just isn't for me. But it is for a lot of other people. So they get to see what they want.
What do you like about the Phillies' winning streak so far?
I like the fact that these guys can come together, play together. They can hit the ball out of the stadium all the way through from their lineup, from first to last. Every guy in that lineup can hit the ball, especially the first 6. And I just like the way they play. Their defense is excellent. They bunt. They do suicide squeezes. They do all kinds of stuff like that. Baseball stuff that you don't normally see anymore. And I like Bryce. What's his name? Bryce Harper and Schwarber and Bohm and all those other guys that play their butts off every night.
Harper just hit his 300th home run today in the 8th inning to take the lead. That was
Yeah.
unbelievable to watch.
Was it?
It was
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, I'm sure it was. I missed it. I didn't get a chance to see it, but I heard he did. That must have been some kind of celebration.
He was celebrating himself. It took me back to the playoffs last year when he hit that 2-run home run against the Padres. It was just like that one.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah. That can definitely change the whole outcome of a game when you got a guy like that can hit the ball like that. And they got a bunch of guys that can. What's that?
After the fans gave Trey Turner a standing ovation, what do you think about how he's playing now? With
Trey Turner? Well, I'll tell you what. Trey Turner was in the World Baseball Classic last fall. He hit the ton out of the ball. He hit many home runs. And having been in sports myself, I know that after you're like working really hard, you're driving to a point. They were playing for the championship of the world. And then when that ends, there's a letdown. So they went right back into, they went right to, get themselves ready for the season. And it took them a little bit of time to warm up. Now Trey Turner's hitting the ball like he did in the World Baseball Classic. Bryce Harper can hit it out of any park. And they got the best catcher in baseball, JT Realmuto. Their relief pitching sucks, but they should do something about that. Get a couple starters and make them long relievers. But I'm not the manager, so.
I completely agree. They put Strom in the bullpen, and he's one of our better guys in there. He was the start, like the sixth man.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what they need. They need somebody that can come in and give them some innings and not worry about them getting shellacked all over the field. Keeping the ball down and away or down and in, but not giving them anything up and over plate to hit hard into these stands or hitting it back off of the back wall. Yeah, there's a science to all of that.
A couple of weeks ago, what do you think about Michael Lorenzo's no hitter?
I thought that was incredible. His first game in the major leagues, and he pitches a no hitter, or I should say, his first game with the Phillies, and he pitches a no hitter. Was that a no hitter or a perfect game?
No hitter.
No hitter. Okay. Yeah, that's incredible. I mean,
yeah,
you talk about a team. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Basil.
No, I was just saying it is crazy. First game at Citizens Bank Park.
Yeah.
What do you think about the postseason run? Do you think Philly's gonna win it all?
Yeah. Yes, I do. Because they're getting hot at the right time. They're going into September and they're hot. Even though they lost today, I believe, they're hot. And they hit 5 home runs last night. They are coming around at the right time. Like I said, if they could get some damn pitching and some relievers that could get people out, then they would be even more better. They'd be even more betterer.
What do you think about the Phillies and Braves series coming up next week? Do you think they will take 3 out of 4?
I hope so. This is a series where it has playoff implications. I mean, this series that they're going to be playing with the Braves, if you watch it, it's going to be like them being in the playoffs, because every time they come up against the Braves and any of the top teams, they have to do their utmost to work themselves through to learn how to beat these teams, so that when the postseason comes around, they can do what they did last year. Only this year, not lose to the Houston Astros, but win the whole thing.
Right.
How does that sound, Basil?
That sounds great to me. Hopefully the Houston Astros don't make it too far this year.
Yeah. Hope so.
What
else we got?
What do you think when you were a football fan, who was your favorite team? And what do you think about the Eagles this year coming up?
Well, when I was growing up, the teams that I liked were the teams in the AFL, like the Oakland Raiders, and I liked the black and blue division, where on the side where the Eagles play. The black and blue division, that was the Green Bay Packers, the Chicago Bears, everybody from that Midwest, and they used to beat the hell out of one another. The Green Bay Packers, all that. And I forgot your question. What was your question?
What do you think about the Eagles this year?
I think the Eagles had a good chance to be successful as long as they get good quarterback play And I know Jalen Hurts runs the ball a lot, but quarterbacks. Well, I'm not going to go there. I was going to say quarterbacks that run, they have an incredible chance of getting hurt, but there has been a lot of great running quarterbacks. So Fran Tarkenton was a running quarterback, and that was back in the 60s. So, yeah.
I agree. Most of the quarterbacks in the league these days that run tend to get injured. But
Yeah.
Hurts doesn't get injured.
Well, you know what? I'll tell you what. That's true. Last year, he didn't get injured, and he did really well. But, that's going to – somewhere along the line, someone is going to hit him and take him down, and he's not going to get up. And I'm not wishing this on him. I'm not. But I'm saying that if he could work more on his passing and sit in the pocket and throw the ball or run a bootleg and throw the ball, he would be much better off with the misdirection than he would be in just dropping back and running straight ahead or dropping back and running off tackle. That's nothing but an old single wing play. So back then they called the quarterback, who is the quarterback today, they called them the tailback. And they did all of that. They ran, they threw, they kicked, they did everything. They were triple threats.
We are excited about the Eagles season this year.
Yeah.
I think they'll win they'll be 12-5 or maybe 13-4. So I'm excited for the Eagle versus Patriot game.
I just want to make sure that you understand. I'm not bad mouthing the Eagles, and I'm not hoping anybody gets hurt. I'm not hoping Jalen Hurts gets hurt. I'm not saying that. So I hope you didn't think that's what I meant. I just meant that it's crucial for a quarterback to be able to throw the ball without putting his body in. I mean, because if he drops back, he fucks up the field once and then he takes off. He's not really doing his job, but he only played that position last year. I didn't see him play very much. So I can't, say anything either way about Jalen Hurts. I just hope that he's able to throw the ball more this year than he runs. Because I don't want to see the kid get hurt. That's what it is. Or I should say, not the kid. I don't want to see the player get hurt. I don't want to see Jalen Hurts get hurt. I don't want to see anybody get hurt.
Another question that we have for you is, do you hate the Cowboys?
No. Well, let me rephrase that. When I was growing up, I was a Cowboys fan, but Tom Landry was the head coach, and they were in a completely different team. Jerry Jones and the Cowboys now, puke. I don't like them at all because I think there's just something that just does. It's not football. I mean, they're just too much back and forth with Jerry Jones and different people. No, I don't like.
I hate the Cowboys. I think they're garbage.
Okay. Well, yeah, I agree with you. I was just saying that when I was growing up, I was a Cowboys fan, but I was playing football. So anybody who played middle linebacker or center or receiver, I was watching them because that's what I played. So, that was the thing. So what I would do is I would watch all the really good players at those positions play. And I just watched them do their thing. And that's helped me a lot when I was playing.
Basil, Charles, what do you think about the quarterback controversy? The Cowboys traded for Trey Lance.
I think Dak Prescott's probably top 5 quarterbacks in the league, so I don't understand. I don't think he'll get any time.
I
don't even know.
I was never a big Trey Lance fan. I didn't think he was a quarterback that could come in and take a team down the field. And then that's what you need. The problem is they have 2 and 3 quarterbacks every team, but the first string quarterback gets all the reps. All right. So they go into Sunday's ball game. The quarterback gets hurt. Now they expect the second string quarterback who got no reps during the week to come in and lead the team to victory. That happens on occasion, but it doesn't continually happen. You know? I'm sorry. Bless you.
Yes, thanks.
Am I answering these questions the way you guys want? I mean,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We
am I
got a
giving you
couple
the
more.
information you want? I'll keep them
Yeah.
coming.
What's your plan for Labor Day, and why is Labor Day important to you?
Well, I'll answer the second part first. Okay. Labor Day is important to me because I'm a union man. My family, my father, my grandfather, they're all union men. They worked hard. They worked for their money. They worked hard, and they had to deal with a lot of crap before the unions came around. And with the entrance of the unions, Labor Day came, and it was a celebration of labor, celebration of, working people. So that's what that is. And my plans for Labor Day, to be honest with you, I think I'll be sitting in this house on Labor Day. I don't think I'll be. No. Let me take that back. On Saturday, we're going to a picnic or a barbecue. So that's what we're going to be doing Labor Day weekend. Barbecue on Saturday.
Hope you enjoy the barbecue.
Oh, I intend to. I intend to.
Speaking of Labor Day, I work for the union, and my job is a union job, so I love what I do, and
you like being treated like a human being, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So before we wrap things up, you said you're a hockey fan, so what do you think about the Flyers?
Well, I think the Flyers, they are, I still think they're developing as a team, and going from this season into next season, even so, because I think they need to gel a little bit better to become a playoff team. And they haven't made the playoffs in the last few years, have they? The Flyers. No, so they need time to learn each other, to gel, to work on their plays, their defense, how to take people out, run them into the boards with their elbows up. No, that was a different Flyers. Anyhow.
Before we wrap things up, we would like to thank you for being a guest on Rockin' with Rahul and the two Amigos. And everyone, if you want to know more about Charlie Classic, you could listen to him on Manca Radio. What days, Charlie?
5 to 10 p.m. on Monday evening.
Okay. 5 to 10 p.m. on Monday evening.
Right, Rahul? Is that what you were going to say?
Yeah.
It's Monday from 5 to 10 p.m.
William, you want to close it off?
Yeah.
But before I forget, I want to thank you and the two Amigos for inviting me on your show. I really do appreciate it, and I hope I was worth having on your show.
You're welcome. You definitely were. That's all for now. Stay tuned for another episode of Rockin' with Rahul and the Two Amigos. And please like and subscribe to our channel on YouTube. And if you missed the show, you can listen on Spotify. And as always, go Eagles, go Phillies.
There you go. Eagles, Phillies, Flyers, everybody, the Union, everybody.
Even the Philadelphia Wings. Go
everybody from Philadelphia. Anybody from Philadelphia, we're behind.
Yeah.
Or I'm behind.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, and hope you all have a good day, and stay tuned next Wednesday at 9 p.m.
Good night, Rahul. Good night.
Good night.
Thanks for coming on the show, Charles. I really appreciate you. It's great talking to you.
Yes, thank you. Same here, Basil.
Great talking.
Hopefully we talk more in the future.
Yes. And for all of you guys, William, that's your name, William.
Yes.
Yes. Same here, William. I'm very happy to be on your show, and I hope, like I said, I hope that we get a chance to do this again sometime, or you'd like to come on my show on Monday evenings and let me interview you.
Sure. Whenever I have time, I will come on the show.
Okay.
I'll let you know.
Okie dokie. That's great. So good night, everybody. Thank you very much for having me on your show.
Good night.
Good night.